Alright, welcome back to J&J Farms. Today I'm going to cover a little short series on bits, like rough cut, flush cut. Today we're going to be using an 1/8 inch. Here I'll cover, when I get back I'll cover the bits. I'll show you exactly what I'm using. But I wanted to show you a little bit about a rough cut and, you know, not to be discouraged. I know when I did my first rough cut I was freaking out. I thought I messed everything up, you know. I thought my whole piece was ruined. But I just got done doing a rough cut for a MC. Let me turn that router off and let it cool down for a second. And so I want to bring you guys along and show it to you. So let me flip the camera around and let's go over a couple things, and I'll show you the bits I'm using and how things look so you get a good idea, and maybe it'll save you a little bit of stress. All right, I'll catch you soon. All right, so now I'm processing and I'm pulling up my detail. We just got done with our rough cut. Our G code is loaded. So let's cover our bits real quick. I know I've showed these, but I'm a believer in these two bits. This is what I do most of my rough cut with. This SP 1/8 inch. It's a 1/4 inch diameter shaft. It's an upcut, but it works phenomenal. But let me show you something. When it cuts, it pushes everything up. So let's get you on wide here. If you can see, everything looks real choppy and fluffy. I don't know if you can see that. Now these are numbers. This is for the MC sign. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. If you're new to the channel, just got it printed 2 days ago, I think, or a day ago. Sorry, I lost track of time. Been doing a lot of stuff. But oh, the sugar skull, everything turned out phenomenal. I'm real happy with that. So on the 1/8 inch bit, that's what it's going to look like. I don't know if you can see the numbers, but that's an 8, 8, 1, 5, you know what I mean? So I don't want to read it out, but so what I do is, like, okay, so rehomes after you do your rough cut, and all I do is I just use my controller and I do my bit change right here. I don't know if you guys can see, my lighting in here is pretty bad today. Whew, man, okay. Anyway, I do my bit change right here. And then I just go back down, touch the material again, rehome it, and rock on. You know, it's pretty simple. I wish I had a camera mount. I would show you a bit change. You guys can surely, you know, figure out your bit change. Your Onefinity, you know, or your router will come with wrenches. I think my Makita came with the wrenches. Sorry about that, I misspoke. But I'm going to switch the bit over real quick, and then we will get a video of this thing doing the detail cut. I'll see you soon. All right, welcome back. So we just did a bit change. As I said before, we was using this 1/8 inch bit right here. That's all I did in my rough cut. And now we're going to use a 60 degree. It's hard to see that, dude. But that's what I just put on there. So now it's real simple. It already rehomed itself, so now I just go back down. We'll get her close, and then I'll put her in snail mode. And all I do is I hate to say it this way, but I go down and I just barely kiss the material. I don't really, you sort of want like a paper's width in between there. That's what I try to keep. I'm sure I don't always do it, but I try. That's my goal, and I think it's a good rule of thumb. So let's see if I can take you down here. And, oh, let's see. I can't really tell with the camera. It looks like we're almost touching already. So let's get a quick look. We're gonna have to go down about 1/8 of an inch. Sorry, I had to set the camera on there. All right, so we went down 1/8 of an inch, and so now we're going to fire it up and we're going to run. Let me show you what I do real quick. So now we're back to where we need to be. I go back into my main page, hit that pin, and that sets everything right where I want it. I don't know if it took. Okay, it took. So now it's back to in its zero position in the bottom left-hand corner, and we have our detail file loaded. Sorry, clarity today is not good. So I'm going to fire up the dust collector. See, it's running. I'm going to fire up the mill and then come back and we will run our program. Oh. Here shortly we'll be able to see that it switches from what the rough cut is, and we'll be able to see the final details. Total difference. So don't be discouraged when it looks rough like this. Your detail pass is going to clean all that up. So I wish you could see where I can see inside there, but I want to pause it for a minute, and once it gets about halfway done, we'll come back. So this cut is running really good. G-code's blaring through. Right now we are running the 60. There we go, if anybody's curious. And I'm running some simple stencil cut numbers. I showed you before the rough cut. See how it went through and it's all, well, that's just a little bit of fluff. Now see, we started right here. See the rough cut? And then when the detail comes in, totally different. I'll try to get away from that so you can actually hear me talk for a little bit. So I just wanted to cover it. I know it's an issue that I dealt with. Maybe nobody else cared, or you know, nobody's really worried about it, or I haven't seen any videos telling the difference. So I wanted to put it out there, and maybe it'll help somebody, you know, at least sleep better at night if they think they messed something up. So I'm not really going to talk a whole lot. We're just going to zoom in and watch some of the cut, and so everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's a little hard to tell. I know I said I wasn't going to talk, here I go again, but this is taking a lot of material. The bottom of this is almost 3/8 deep, which, well, it's right at 3/8. So that's a lot of material out of MDF with no fluff, you know, no dust anywhere. So it's doing really well. Hindsight is 20/20, I know, but it looks like I should have made my letters a little taller. I thought the 1-inch letters would stand out good with as deep as they are, but I should have made them deeper. But live and learn. So on the next one, I'll try to make it a little different. Again, I'll show you the variation here. Detail cut, and it still has to come do some trimming in here, but and that's your rough. Now this text here never looked that way because it never had a rough cut. It was all done with a 60 degrees. So it was never that bad. But this here, because it had to take so much out, it had a rough cut cycle. Amazing how that bit can go down in those corners like that. There you go. That one, I think it's going to come back through and put some accents on here, but pretty much done. So I don't know. It's a love-hate thing. I don't really like the way it looks, but it stands out pretty well, especially if it accents it a little bit. I think we'll be good. All right, 5 minutes in for 4:30. So I'll cut this, and when she gets done, we'll do a final on it, and there's no sense in standing here watching it. But, all right, see you soon.